African Business News, African of the Year award is 4 years old. The award recognizes Africans that have made an impact on the continent and on the world stage. This year's winner is featured in our sister magazine, Forbes Africa's December-January cover. Let's have a quick look at the cover unveiling with the co-founder of BN Group, that's Rakesh Wahi, and managing editor of Forbes Africa and Forbes woman, Renuka Methil. Okay, so you see who it was. Now let's hear from the African of the Year himself, the President of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo.
I'm overwhelmed. I have to thank you very much for recognizing the work that we're doing here in Ghana to be able to get this award. It's the name of your magazine it's a global brand. Everybody knows about it. And for its African version to pick on me, it's a big honor for me. I'm very grateful for it. What does it mean? I understand it more than anything else to mean that the world is looking at the work we're doing here in Ghana. It's an inspiration for us and an encouragement for us to continue down the path that we've set ourselves.
That's the President of Ghana, the African of the Year. When I think about what has happened in Ghana this year, I certainly remember the Twitter headquarters for Africa moving there. I also remember a man who champions very much the African Continental Free Trade Area and one of the few countries on the African continent to grow. Joining me is Renuka Methil, Managing Editor at Forbes Africa. Renu, given all those things, I am thinking this must have been an easy decision.
Godfrey, thank you so much for having me on the show. I guess with all the doom and gloom around us, we need some celebration and some news of positivity and hope. Yes, the President, the African of the Year 2021 is President Nana Akufo-Addo, richly deserved, I feel. This is the 4th year of the award, as you mentioned earlier. He joins an elite club of his peers in Africa who are internationally recognized. We started with Paul Kagame in 2018, the president of Rwanda, and then followed by Akufo-Addo Addo, the president of the African Development Bank. And last year was Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, the director general of the World Trade Organization. So this year we have the president of Ghana as African of the Year, simply because of the consistency he has shown. And I think what has been special in his case is not just raised the profile of Ghana. He's definitely done his bit in raising the international profile of his country, but also for the rest of Africa, as Akufo-Addo said in his testimonial on him, that he's actually pushing the boundaries for not just Ghana, but for the rest of Africa. And we always, for this award, it has to be an African statesman of global repute, somebody who's a visionary, somebody who is willing to the boundaries for not just Ghana, but for the rest of Africa. And we always, for this award, it has to be an African statesman of global repute, somebody who's a visionary, somebody who is willing to bring, serious reforms to the country. And he was definitely a clear winner because, we've always heard in the last 3 years at least, Ghana's always dominated news as a poster child for democracy and being one of the fastest growing economies, not just in Africa, but in the world, as the IMF said in 2019. So I do feel it is richly deserved, yes.
Yeah, it's one of the points I was actually going to make as well, because the fact that they were able to grow in an environment where we know many African countries suffered recessions, it's got to be an accolade. Any other nuggets that you picked up from your research as you did the story?
So the interview itself was an exclusive interview done in Accra by our West African correspondent, Peace Hyde. And if you read the magazine, you'll see the full interview. Right? He talks about Ghana beyond aid. I think the greatest message that he wants to convey to the world is about Ghana being a global marketplace, and the fact that it is no longer reliant on, it does not want to be reliant on aid. It wants to be self-sufficient. It wants to use its raw materials and its resources and its people, and its youth and the women. So we hear a lot of that positive news coming out of the country. And as you rightly said, a lot of the big corporates as well, like Twitter and Google and Volkswagen and ExxonMobil, looking at it more seriously. And the fact that Africa has also demonstrated its confidence in the country by setting up the AFCFTA secretariat. So I think there are a lot of positives going for it, true, in the COVID environment. It's